Hey everyone! So we have a beginner level topic today, and that is how to say want to, like you want to do something, and there are two main forms that you have to learn, and we're going to be covering both of them in this lesson. The first one is the most basic one. For this one, you take a action verb stem to do something, not to be something. And then you attach 고 followed by 싶다, and you conjugate 싶다. So that can be 싶어요, for example, 싶습니다. It's up to you. So this one just means you want to do something. 보고 싶다 comes from 보다, literally to see. So the verb stem of 보다 is 보고 싶다. You could conjugate this as 보고 싶어요. So I want to see you in this case. I want to see you. And this is how you express that you miss someone. It's also the regular way you say you want to see something. If you want to see a movie, 영화를 보고 싶어요. I want to see a movie. 가지고 싶다, also shortened to 갖고 싶다. 가지다 means to have or to hold something, literally like to possess something, like it's yours. So you want to have something. This is how you say, I want to have something. If you want to have an animal, what you're actually saying isn't that you want to hold it, but that you want to raise it. And you would want to use the verb 키우다. So 고양이 키우고 싶어요. I want to have a cat. Notice you'll use different verbs depending on what it is you're trying to say. Are you trying to say, I want to have a cheeseburger? Obviously, that's not, I want to hold it. It means you want to eat the cheeseburger. 먹고 싶어요. You could also say, 사고 싶어요. I want to buy a car, like that. This form means want to, regardless of whether you actually will or won't do it, and regardless of whether you can or can't. It could be something impossible. It could be something you're not actually going to do. You're not even going to try to do it. I want to speak Korean well. I'm not going to study it. 한국말 잘하고 싶어요. So are you going to study? 아니. This means just that you want to do something. It has no relation to whether you can or can't, or you will or you won't. And this is the biggest difference between this form and the next form we're going to be talking about. 한국에 가고 싶어요. I really want to go to Korea, but I can't, but I won't. I really want to go, and I will. I really want to go, and I can. Just means I want to go to Korea. Here's the next thing that you need to know about this form. 피자 먹고 싶어요. I want to eat pizza. What would you put in here? For all of you who said the object marker, you got it right. Give yourself the pat on the back. For all of you who said the subject marker, you got it right. Give yourselves a pat on the back. When you are marking what it is that you want, you can use either the object marker or the subject marker, and they're both grammatically correct. But the nuance will be slightly different. And one of them is much more common than the other. If you use the subject marker, it emphasizes the thing that you want to do something to. 피자가 먹고 싶어요. 피자가 너무 먹고 싶어요. I want to eat pizza, not pasta. I want to eat pizza. You can use either of them, but most of the time, the subject marker is preferred. But if you use the object marker, it's perfectly okay. This form can only be used with what's known as the first and the second person. You can use this form, 고 싶다, to say, I want to do something. You can also use this form to ask someone else, you, do you want to do this? Or you want to do this, right? You cannot use this to assume anyone's wants. You can't say, Bobby over there, he wants to go too. 그 사람, that person. Not only this form, but any form in Korean that's used for expressing feelings or desires, wants, can only be used with the first person or second person. You cannot assume in Korean what a third person is thinking or desiring or what they want to do or what they're intending to do. What you could do though is use a different form. 고 싶어 space 하다. Now you can say 현우 씨도 먹고 싶어 해요. 싶어 하다 is a different grammar form. It's a whole grammar form used not just for this, but for other descriptive verbs when you're talking about a third person's desires or wants or feelings. But you can say something that's not an assumption. You can say something like, I heard that someone wants to do this. Or I think, or someone directly said that they want to go. That's fine. You're not making an assumption about the person when you say you heard something or they said something or I think something. So that's one way you can get around it. There is an exception, however. If you are somehow 100% certain of what a third party wants, then you can still use that form. That would be like, what if you're the writer of a story and you're writing what your characters are feeling? Then it's okay. Otherwise, you can't use it. 저도 먹고 싶어요. I also want to eat it. 친구를 만나고 싶어요. I want to meet my friend. 만나다, to meet. 영화를 보고 싶어요. I want to see, 보다, a movie. 영화를 보고 싶어요. I want to see a movie. 수영을 배우고 싶어요. 수영 means swimming. So I want to learn, 배우고 싶어요. I want to learn swimming. I want to learn how to swim. The next form we're going to be learning also can mean want to do. For this one, you take an action verb stem and then you attach if that action verb stem ends with a consonant, or you attach a lir if the action verb stem ends with a vowel, or if the stem already ends with that letter, you don't need to do anything. For example, if you're using the verb 살다, you just get 살래요. This form also means you want to do something, but the difference is this form is only used in informal conversation. That does not mean slang. It can be used in polite speech, but not in formal speech. Meaning you're not going to see this form used ever in like an essay, in a speech, in an announcement. It has an informal feeling, whereas 고 싶다 doesn't. The way that this form works, and I believe the origin of this form, is actually from this form. 으려고 해요 is a form that means I am intending to do something, or you are intending to do something. I'm going to do something. I'm intending to do something. I will do something, as in my will is to do that. So this form is used to show intention, not just that you want to do something, but literally, this form simply means you intend to do something. So if you say 하다, 할래요, literally what you're saying is, I am going to do that. I intend to, I will, I'm going to do it, 할래요. But the usage of this form, the way that it gets used, is to express not just your intention, but like that's your desire intention. Like, I want to and I'm going to. So I'm going to do that. Literally, this form really just means you intend to do something, but its usage in that way is more like, I want to do it. Like, that's my intention. I wanna. Let me give you an example. 한국에 갈래요. So before we had 한국에 가고 싶어요, and now we have 갈래요. Both sentences can translate in English as I want to go to Korea. But the first one, 가고 싶어요, means I want to go to Korea. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. This one means I want to go to Korea. I'm going to go. I'm intending to. I'm going to go to Korea. Therefore, I want to go to Korea because it's my will to go there. So not only do I want to go to Korea, but I can. And I'm intending to. So you wouldn't say 한국에 갈래요 if you don't have any money or you can't get any days off of work. You wouldn't say 한국에 갈래요 if you're not going to. And just like the 고 싶다 form, you cannot use this with the third person. So you could say 한국에 갈래요, 한국에 갈래요, but you cannot say 한국에 갈래요. We're clear on that, right? 한국어 같이 together 공부하다, to study Korean together. 같이 공부할래요? Hey, you want to study Korean together with me? As in, are you going to study together with me? 같이 걸어갈래요? 걸어가다 means to walk somewhere. 같이 걸어갈래요? Do you want to go walk with me together? You want to walk together with me? 저걸 입을래요. 입다 is to wear. 저거, as in 저것을. 저걸 입을래요. I want to wear that. So I'm going to wear that. That's what I want to wear. 조금 더 생각할래요. 조금, a little bit. 더, more, as in doing something more, the adverb. 생각하다 is to think. 생각할래요. I want to think a little bit more. I want to think about it a little more. I'm gonna think about it a little more, and that's what I want. 조금 더 생각할래요. Here's what I'm gonna do. I want to think about it a little more. Okay. See you again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.